Okay.
Hey, everybody. I usually wait for the YouTube one to pop up. It has not yet. Our little message, the one for YouTube hasn't popped up though.
Well, there's people on YouTube.
I know, I see them.
But it did not show.
How are y'all?
Go ahead and beat you to it.
It's going to happen.
Catherine said YouTube's up. I see people commenting on there, so I hope it was up.
It just usually will pop up our little thanks for joining us message. And it didn't. So, how is everybody? It's been a really long week for it to have only been 3 days long. Not
what?
I went and you went.
I wasn't paying attention to you. I'm listening to you just say about your long week.
Mine's long and different.
How many seconds in was that yawn? Did you really yawn?
You did.
Oh, no, I did it on purpose. I think it was like 50. Like 50 seconds. Probably. I was just trying to beat Zoe to it.
Well, we see everybody is here. It's a lot to go back.
Been back from Washington State for a week and getting caught up. Catherine's yawning too.
It's going to be inevitable tonight.
I wonder if Tony's already snoring trying to get caught up.
I'm sure he is. Well, how has y'all's week been?
Had you already asked them that?
Well, nobody told me yet.
Oh. Rain said I have to be quick to beat you.
Yes.
Are your net crickets gone?
They are. They went away about 2 days later. She said he's actually awake, but he's headed to bed.
No show, Nick. Thanks, Lori. I got a better excuse right now, Lori. There's Kay from Banks, Alabama.
Cold. Susan is cold. I know we had to pull all, this morning, Rhett got to wear long sleeves and a hoodie. And he thought that was amazing.
He likes hoodies.
He said, I get to wear both. I said, yeah, it's going to be chilly all day, but you can take your hoodie off if you need to. And he was like, this is so awesome. I get to wear my hoodie and long sleeves. I haven't worn long sleeves in such a long time.
There's lots of people talking about first turning the heat on. You finally turned the heat on yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, we were going to bed when you said something about turning it on.
Yeah, it was pretty chilly.
And then I was like, God, we're going to have to smell that smell all night. I didn't smell anything.
Mm-mm.
That first time heater on burn dust smell, I didn't get it.
Smells like burn,
It
right?
smelled like burn. No, it don't smell like burn.
You said that burn
I said
smell.
Burned dust, not smells like burn.
Burn and dust smell.
No, that's not what I said. I said burned dust. You said it's going to smell, and you said it that night when we turned it on. You said, it's going to smell like burn.
Janet said they're expecting their first frost. We are too in the morning.
Loretta had neck crickets too, but she went to the chiropractor.
Oh, and a massage. You left that off.
Oh, did
I? We just had a new spa open.
Jumped from me again. I thought I'd never find this live. I didn't get a notification and couldn't think of your channel name. All I could remember was No Show Nick and Zoe. Lori thinks she's funny. It's 8:05. She must be delirious. Bedtime. Chris, week was very busy. Sis came to Texas from Wisconsin, went to Magnolia, Waco, and Texas State Fair, and wonderful food at Eddie V's. I don't know what Eddie V's is.
Eddie V's sounds like it'd probably be pretty good.
Want me to rewind and see who is right? Yes, because I said it smells like burned dust, not burn. Yeah, farm girl said, I hate that first time turning on the furnace smell.
Yes.
Lynn has been sleeping with the windows open.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's in North Texas. I don't know how cool it's been there. But Christy had first frost this morning. I think we've got a frost warning
For
tomorrow
morning. Yes.
in North Alabama, not here.
Oh, Scott.
What?
Said tricky Zoe. I saw that.
Which
you
part?
did not see. It did not count if you did not see. Sarah said that she's going to be over the farmer's market there. I don't know exactly what it said because you scrolled on.
Well, I thought you were looking over there.
Well, I can't.
Well, I was trying to catch up. I'm going to be the next market director for our local farmers market.
So cool.
Super excited. Connie always waits till Halloween night. It's 56 right now, but the house is 72. Yes, 72. I wouldn't turn anything on.
Ours stays about 71.
Sarah, I don't turn heat on until beginning of November to mid-November, and I live in Minnesota. That means you're also used to the cold.
Skin.
Lori said, "Be back momentarily to aggravate." Lorraine has a slacker and has not watched the video yet.
Well, in her defense, we just put it out in the middle of her night.
Yeah, Lorraine, it was probably kind of an odd hour for you when it came out anyway.
I'm sure she didn't wake up and say, I need to run and watch that.
Why would you not?
I don't wake up and run and say, I gotta watch our video.
I don't either. I haven't watched it yet. I edited the thing and I haven't watched the finished product.
Catherine messaged me and asked if we got new cameras because she said it was very crystal clear.
Do you know why?
Because
the whole thing was filmed with yours. For some reason, mine doesn't look like that. I think it's the cover.
No, I know why.
Why?
You don't have it set on 4K.
Yes, I do.
No, you do not.
Yeah, I asked you, did I need 4K or HD, and you said 4K.
I bet you don't. I bet it defaulted back to HD. But I told Catherine it's because I was facing the sun the whole time. So everything looks glassy.
That's probably a lot of truth to that too. But a lot of times, if mine is on facing out,
oh yeah,
I can't remember if clear is facing out or on selfie mode. But one of them's clear and one of them's blurry, and I think it's the cover over the camera. That's what I think. I'm not sure. But that's what I think. But I do set it on 4K. There's Neil. Neil, we're just arguing about our cameras. We've got the exact same phone. Hers will be clear and mine's blurry. Of course, Zoe is not going to pay attention to her camera angle. So I have good camera angles with a blurry picture. You have a clear picture, and it may show God knows what. You'll just walk around talking, and there may be a dog pooping behind you.
Well, you know what kills me?
There may be the garbage pile behind you.
Well, you know what kills me with it all is no matter how much I walk in those pens, it looks like a massacre, a white bird massacre has happened. And I know every farm has a feathered friend, has it. But it looks like 500 birds were killed in our pen.
Lori said that first time heater on burn dust smell. It's burn dust. Lori, did you see that the Walkers were live earlier today?
We did.
I saw that they were on, but I was at work. I didn't get to. Lorraine said, wash my lens. I think it's the stupid cover over it. That's what I think.
I don't have one over my lens. Y'all go have to forget.
Don't listen to me.
No,
I don't hear, but I do hear.
I don't know. It was neither burned dust or burn and dust, but burn dust.
Burn dust. What the crap is burn dust? Is your blurry camera the selfie one? I honestly think so. Matt worked hard and did a good job. Yeah, I made a comment about that earlier today.
Nick edited out the Matt being bossy
Thank
parts.
you to my editing. When Matt was showing her butt and being a boss.
She was being kind of bossy. And I said, why?
Edited out.
I said, why don't you do it instead of putting your hand on your hip telling everybody else?
She was standing on the corner of it with her hand propped on her hip, yelling at Rhett to pull.
Pull, bring me a brick.
And he was just going. And I said, Zoe, there is a part in this video. I'm editing, and I have not seen it. So I'm seeing it for the first time as I edit it. And I said, Zoe, Chance is laying on one corner, Mackenzie is standing on the other, and they're yelling for Rhett to bring a brick. And he's trying to get this cement block across there, and he's waddling.
But he did it.
He did do it.
But yes, otherwise though, she does. She's the only one that don't bolt to the swing set. The other two, as soon as they can, they run to the swing set.
John said, tonight we have free something for bourbon on the rocks.
Oh.
Because he is in the bourbon capital of the world.
He is.
And I was talking to an old friend of mine today that he has decided, JB has decided that he is a whiskey collector now.
Oh.
And he drives
in his gotten up in his age now.
Well, he's
a grandfather.
All his kids are older. He don't have a grandkid
yet. One of them has
but
a grandkid.
They're all not JB.
No, his sister.
But they're all older.
Mm-hmm.
All his boys are older. I mean, his youngest is a center.
Free ice for bourbon on the rocks.
His youngest is a senior in high school.
Yeah.
And he was talking about all the places he went. And I mentioned John. I said, we have a viewer that lives in the bourbon capital of the world. And he said that he actually considered going to the bourbon festival up there this year and backed out. But I don't know that much about it.
He's saying you don't have free ice for bourbon because it's going to be so cold.
I got you. I understand now.
Hey, Grounds.
What do Chance and Rhett want to be for Halloween?
So we had that talk just a couple days ago, and
but I sent it to Zoe's phone.
Yeah. Chance first wanted to be a radioactive man. Yeah. And I was like, or what? No, what was it called? What did I tell you?
You told me he wanted a ghillie suit.
Well, then he wanted an army suit. He wanted to be an army man. Well, he landed on he wants to have a ghillie suit and walk around in a ghillie suit, which is the cheapest of all of them. Which would be kind of funny.
I guess.
So I guess Chance is going to be invisible.
Cowboy Short said Cowboy Rhett ready for a rodeo.
Well, Rhett wants to be Steve from Minecraft.
Yeah, one of them video games.
You don't even know what that is.
I don't know who it is either.
He looks like blocks, and he carries a block sword.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is. I looked it up, but that seemed kind of weird to me for somebody that doesn't play that game.
I know. But he thought it looked really cool because it has a big old block head.
He's a weird little fella.
I have no idea who Steve is either. But he would, talking about rodeo, would love to go to a rodeo. We haven't had any around here.
We have had some here and we did not make it.
Oh. Well, we did not talk about them because I had no idea.
Yeah, we have them all the time, like 15, 20 minutes from us. I mean, they've been all over the place. They've been at Ray's. They've been in Columbiana. We're just always doing something else.
Yeah. Christy said, have you met his father?
Are you referring to the blockhead?
AKA Rhett.
I mean, is she calling me a blockhead? Is that what she's saying?
You said he's a weird little fella.
He is a weird little fella. Cowboy Short don't know who Steve is either. I looked it up. Zoe sent me a link to the costume.
Like we're in the times where AI is a big thing. And kids now are getting into these very pixelated images. It's so weird.
Lori knows who Steve is. There's no telling which version she thinks Steve is, but
you know, AI is supposed to make everything look as real as possible, and these Minecrafts and stuff is very pixelated.
That looks like the first video games we played where everything was made out of blocks.
Right.
But it's still a little more realistic than what we first had.
Yeah.
What's on me?
Some big old long hair.
Oh, I wonder where that came from.
Well, that one.
Oh, that one was attached. That's old man chest hair.
Man, I don't know if that's longer than my hair or what.
That's old man chest hair.
I think that was the first hair you ever got. It's been growing for 47 years.
Hey, if I didn't trim them, my eyebrows would be that long.
Well, I mean, at this point, you can just kind of grab them and braid them together.
Dude.
Harvey and Blue's Clues.
I didn't know he had a name, but my kids played Minecraft back in the day.
Yeah, Steve.
I didn't even know it was that old.
Oh, yeah.
Lori said Greg and my nephew played all the time.
Uh-huh.
I got you.
Yeah, Christy said the only Steve I know are Harvey and Blue's
So,
Clues.
do you know when I looked up Steve costumes?
How in the world were you going to dress him like Steve Harvey?
I wasn't. I typed in Steve costumes, and I got the green shirt from Steve from Blue's Clues. And the only reason that I recognized the shirt is that our pastor used to have one that was like that.
Yeah.
And we had one girl that went to church with us that would always post his picture next to Steve from Blue's Clues. Every time he wore it, she would take a picture of it.
Yeah.
And it was that green stripe. That's the only reason I know who that is.
Hey, Walker.
There's Cassie.
Duncan Family Farm.
She's sleeping in the bus or something, ain't she?
Ooh. It looked like they were having a good time. I saw it, but I didn't click on it because I was about to start driving.
You talking about the live?
Mm-hmm.
I saw it. I saw
it right as I was about to pull out somewhere.
It did say something about live from. How was it worded?
From the schoolie.
Was it from the schoolie or camping in the schoolie or something like that? But I was like, they are on the road. At least these
grandkids grew up on Minecraft.
She said at least these kids aren't watching Pee-wee's Playhouse.
That was my stuff. I watched all that twisted junk. It was scary then.
He was around when I was a kid, but I don't think I ever even watched it.
I was
a kid and he was silly to me.
Yeah, like he was scary.
It wasn't scary. I was like, he's just silly.
Hey, Jake.
So I didn't fool with it too much.
We introduced the kids to Beetlejuice the other night. And watching that, I'm like, this is so terrible.
Oh, yeah.
How old it is? So terrible. She said they're back in their own bed tonight. They decided to sleep in their own beds before they head out on their hunting, camping adventure.
Ah, I see.
That would be me, too. I could spend the day in.
Well, he did describe it as glamping. I didn't watch the live, but we did watch their video. And he was talking about glamping and go and get a microwave and all this, which...
But he was very smart with using that rolling tool.
Y'all ought to go back and watch the Bozo show.
Oh, I used to love Bozo. Absolutely.
We used to watch it all the time, but looking back now, I wonder why parents let their kids around these two clowns. I loved the bucket game where they won. The first bucket always won those Archway cookies.
Yeah.
But I used to love that game with ping pong balls in the buckets. I would try to do that all the time. I would line them up in the garage and try to toss a ping pong ball.
I did too. I would watch it. It was always on Saturday morning or Sunday morning, and I would watch it while Mom and Dad were still sleeping.
Well, it was like I was trying to practice for the one time I was going to appear on the Bozo show.
When you were going to be there?
Because I was going to win that bicycle.
Yeah.
I could have stayed all week. Gary loves his own bed.
Oh, yeah.
I was kind of nervous because Gary was doing more cooking. And the last time Rhett watched Gary cooking, we ate smash burgers like 6 out of 7 days. So
that's where the game beer pong came from.
Christy,
That's probably right.
I don't know how
Those
true
are the
that
same
is.
kids that are playing beer pong.
You can YouTube those shows. I didn't know he sounded like a drunk.
We do that every once in a while. We'll think of something to show the kids stuff we used to
Oh, yeah,
watch
old
and
shows.
listen to.
I'll
Yeah.
YouTube it all the time. Stephanie misses Saturday morning cartoons. I would always get up before my parents. And
But
have
I
the
didn't
cartoons
like
on.
Tom and Jerry and all
I
that.
loved them.
I know you did. I did not. I didn't like Bugs Bunny. I didn't like
You're just
any of that
weird.
junk.
What kind of weird crap did you watch?
Clarissa Explains It All. And Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Really?
So you didn't like any good cartoons?
I didn't watch cartoons.
Were any of those cartoons?
I liked Barney. No,
Oh,
I didn't watch
God.
any. I'd come home from school in the 6th grade and do my homework.
Old cartoons wouldn't fly today. No, Lori, old cartoons were not politically correct at all. There's Urban American Homestead. I haven't seen them in a while. Zoe, what is wrong with you?
I didn't like them. I just didn't. I liked real life, not like reality, but
I'm talking about cartoons.
I don't think I watched any.
Cassie said she liked Sabrina, but that's when she was like 12. Tom and Jerry was when she was 6.
I don't remember.
I will watch Tom and Jerry now.
No.
I will.
I wouldn't.
I totally will.
I would play on my phone.
Do you know the funny part? I read an article one time or saw it on TV or I don't even remember.
No.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Was that a training video? Yes.
I watched Babysitter's Club. Man, I loved Babysitter's Club.
I don't even know what that is. What's Babysitter's Club?
It was a book set.
That wasn't a cartoon, though, was it?
No.
See, I'm talking about cartoons, woman.
I'd have to go back and look because I'm not even sure if I watched cartoons.
I was reading an article one time
Saved by the Bell
said that
when you wake up in the morning.
You're not listening at all.
And you think you're gonna make it on time.
When you're done. Finish.
I'm done.
No, you start singing. You gotta finish now. I'm gonna put you.
Oh.
No.
I watched Hey Arnold.
Nope. I'm putting you on the spot. You gotta finish singing the song.
You don't want me to tell everybody I don't sing good. Now.
You don't sing good. That I want you to do it.
Shut up.
Oh, Facts of Life.
No.
You probably watched that.
No.
Mazzy and Zoe equal twins.
Yes.
But she always do the singing too. I wasn't a big fan of cartoons as a kid either. I love Tom and Jerry more now as an adult than I did when I was a kid.
Three Stooges.
Wacky Racers, Top Cat, and Flintstones. I watched Top Cat and Flintstones.
None of those.
Three Stooges and the Dick Van Dyke Shows. Or Laverne and Shirley. I watched all that. Zoe's not going to know what any of that is.
Laverne and Shirley I watched.
Bringing Home a Baby Bumblebee. That I know. I didn't even have to see the name to know who made that comment. Nathan Kelly was making that comment. That's the two buzzards or vultures, whatever they are. And he was sent to get food. Oh my gosh, it's hilarious. No. Mazzy likes more real life shows than cartoons.
Yes, me too. But not reality.
We watched Fraggle Rock. I watched it.
I did not as a kid. I watched Lamb Chop. That wasn't a cartoon.
No. Y'all are showing a big age gap. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
And level of maturity and everything. Zoe, I love TGIF.
Yes.
What was
Steve Urkel. It was
okay. I watched that.
And Full House and Step by Step, Day by Day. A fresh start over. It's a different game we played. People we love. Something we share.
No, Cassie, no. Block that comment. Yeah.
And
Nick,
salute your shorts. Look, I'm remembering them.
Lori said Nick has old man chest hairs and Zoe doesn't. No. Yes, she does. She keeps her covered up. She pulled mine
tucked in.
Nathan said Uncle Pecos.
I don't know what that is.
Oh gosh, it was on Tom and Jerry, but it was his uncle, and he had this big old mustache, and he sang "Crumble." So funny, big old cat. You never. He didn't have any eyes. He had a hat, went to a mustache. I'm gonna pull that up for you. That was great. I don't know what Lori is screaming Zoe at.
Because I was singing.
Do you think? You think that's what it was? You didn't let me finish telling you what I was
I
going to say.
stopped.
No, I need to tell you what I was going to say.
Okay.
If you pay attention to the jokes on Bugs Bunny, like he would make certain jokes, they weren't written for children.
Oh.
Because children wouldn't get them.
Oh.
I wouldn't get it. I would have to ask what that meant, and my parents would explain it to me. But there were a lot of jokes that I didn't know what it meant.
What is there?
And it was Bugs Bunny, and they.
Oh, it's like the Bluey is the modern day Bugs Bunny.
Well, see, it was whatever I was reading or watching. They did it that way so that when kids were watching it and the parents were forced to just kind of be there, they would get some humor out of it, and the kids wouldn't even understand.
Fat Albert, hey, hey, hey!
God. Mary Beth preferred watching reruns of Western shows. I still watch some of those now too. Bonanza, Big Valley, Gunsmoke.
We watch them like we ain't never seen them before.
Yeah.
Nick says, I think I'm going to watch some Bonanza.
She probably didn't watch Cody and Roadrunner either.
I did not. I did not like that.
I'm not going to sing it, but can you sing Mule Train since you're singing?
I have no idea what that is.
I'm not singing. I'm not singing anything you sing.
I don't know what that is. Hey, 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 it's Fat Albert.
That's why Kenny on South Park mumbles. It's because everything he said was inappropriate.
I never got on South Park. I never got into the Beavis and
Chris
Butthead
Smith said, what about the movie Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
I watched the movie, but that's about the extent of it.
I remember no part of that movie except for Jessica.
Excuse me.
Jessica Rabbit is the only part of that movie I remember.
Excuse me while I burped.
Well, I was a kid.
What is high?
People are talking about all kinds. That's a Western. Sue's last name was Cartwright until she remarried.
Oh.
Anita said Tasmanian Devil was her favorite. Well, we got viewers right here from Tasmania.
I sure do.
Cassie said her kids love the Fat Albert movie. Mm-hmm. There's a movie?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I've totally missed that.
I like it too.
Nathan said she wasn't bad. She was just drawn that way.
That's right.
She was.
She can't help what her drawer gave her.
That's exactly right. Katie says she's watched everything we mentioned. Have you ever seen Forrest Gump? Of course I've seen Forrest Gump.
Life's like a box of chocolates. You'll never know what it's going to give.
There is all kind of people. Ray said, I wonder who that is. She wonders who that is from Tasmania.
Boy Meets World. I loved it from the very beginning to Topanga and Corey getting married. It was wonderful. And then they have Girl Meets World, which is where their daughter, has her own series. It was just fantastic.
Christy said animator, not drawer.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wayne's World. Party time. Rock out.
So apparently this is Zoe's concert. We're just going. Y'all keep naming stuff and she's going to sing the same song.
Well, I'm not. Y'all
except for Mule Train, apparently.
I don't have a clue what Mule Train is.
Well, I'm going to show you that little clip. I'm going to show you that.
She said Mr. Ed. Mr. Ed is a horse of course, unless you're Mr. A horse is a horse, of course, unless it's Mr. Ed. Is that right?
And speaking of Mr. Ed, there he is.
is.
There's Ed Kirkpatrick. You started singing the theme song to Mr. Ed, and Ed showed up. That's like Beetlejuice.
A horse is a horse, of course, unless it's Mr. Ed. Is that right?
I think there's more to it, but I don't. That was when I was a kid. I don't remember all that. Look, Lori, hi, Mr. Ed.
Animaniacs.
Nothing beats what?
Animaniacs.
Nothing beats Animaniacs singing "The Countries of the World." I don't know that I know
would
that.
Probably be something Rhett would like. What is that?
What the heck was that?
You know
noise?
what?
What?
I bet they're rolling the neighbor's house.
That did sound like somebody giggling. Why does this crap happen while we're live?
I dare you to go out there.
During the live?
They're rolling the neighbor's house because they're running down the road laughing.
They're probably rolling our house because they came from the church to do it, and Mackenzie is with them.
She ain't gonna roll it because she'd have to clean it up. She ain't done yet. So I bet you firecrackers are gonna go off in a minute.
Maybe.
Our neighbor has
Wait. Gary's uncle owns the property that Mr. Ed is buried on.
Wow.
How about that? Okay, I'm scrolling back up because, yes, that's it, Sarah. Sarah actually typed out the words to Mule Train.
Mule train.
Yeah. Well, you're not going to know if you ain't heard it. I'm scrolling that back so you won't just read it in monotone. I'm going to play it for you, and then you can sing it on the next one. How about that?
Okay. I did like Sesame Street. I liked the Muppets movies.
There. Lori said, nobody can talk to a horse, of course, unless the horse is the famous Mr.
Oh, well, that's not how my mama taught me.
So you didn't actually watch it. You were getting it from your mama.
No.
Well, your mama taught you all kinds of stuff that was wrong.
Hey, Mom.
All your little nursery rhymes and stuff are completely screwed up. What is it? Which one is it that you do so bad wrong?
All of them.
No. Oh, the high five and down low and
that
all
is
that.
Not a nursery rhyme.
No, that was something else that you was taught all wrong.
She said you cannot toilet paper your next door neighbor's house without toilet paper in your own house.
She said Zoe ain't ever seen it. No, Zoe ain't seen it, and she's got crickets in her neck. I bet you they came to roll them, and Mackenzie's with them, and she's gonna roll our yard. I'm gonna tell this now because I'm 47 years old, but I have been a part of rolling my own yard.
Ooh, Grammy.
I was in on it.
Well, if there's any toilet paper out there, she's gonna clean it up because I ain't got time for none of that shenanigans.
Does anyone remember Gidget, Sally Fields? That one may be before my time. There's other people that remember Gidget.
Our
but
neighbor,
our neighbors. He's got the coolest gadgets. Yes. Tell him.
No, I'm trying.
I know. I'm excited about it.
Our neighbor next door used to be in law enforcement.
Mm-hmm.
Well, his son is very popular for being rolled. And so they have a really long driveway, kind of like Cassie's driveway. It's really long. And he has set up booby traps all down his driveway. So if you pull in, it signals an alarm to their phone. You go a little farther, and he has got fireworks booby trapped on a tripwire that goes to his phone so he can set it off. If you get past that, when you get to the tree line, then they have a sprinkler system that pops up and wets you down.
Trigger a sprinkler that's up in a tree.
Yes. And if you make it to the house, he's going to be sitting there in the truck with more gadgets. He has a flashlight that has a built-in fan to cool it down because it is so powerful. And he will blind you.
Cassie, if you like flashlights, I need to send you a link to this thing because you could spot like half of your county with this light.
It's so cool.
He turned it on and I was like, it looks like you're signaling Batman. And he said, listen. And it's on for a few seconds and a fan kicks on.
It really is.
The fan kicks on to keep this thing from overheating.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen anything like it.
So neat.
People are still naming shows.
It's brighter than headlights.
So
sure.
I've got to see what she's talking about. Forking the yard. What does forked mean? Have you ever forked someone's yard?
You put a bunch of plastic forks in the yard, like you stick them in the ground.
That's really what it is?
I think so.
Oh. Oh, I need to see this played out.
Oh, yeah. I really think that's what it is, because this happened last weekend, and he called them, and it was 11 o'clock at night, and the fireworks started going off, sounding like shotguns.
I looked at Zoe, and I was like, who in the heck is shooting fireworks tonight? And she
Mackenzie was in the bathroom. She goes, somebody just got rolled.
Mackenzie yelled out, somebody's getting rolled. And we ran out the yard, and they were parked up the street, ran across our backyard to get there. And then they drove by this way instead of going the other way.
Yep.
They drove by, and everybody standing in the yard knew who it was.
Mackenzie said, oh, that's so-and-so's truck, as they go by. It's just a fun cat.
Chrissy said they trenched yards. No, if anybody trenches a yard, it's me, because they're going to fall in it when they're running across it.
We did talk about bringing home some cow. Oh, Kirsten.
We watching. Well, y'all were just rolling somebody. I'm betting on it.
One of y'all was in the yard giggling.
Lorraine said, I hope they video it. We need to turn on the cameras the next time.
Yeah.
We hear somebody out there, so Cassie can see this fireworks show and the flashlight and everything.
Nick said we should bring home some of Tater's poop and line it across the backyard where they ran across, and let them get a taste.
Well, you're telling them all now. Kirsten's on here.
Kirsten ain't gonna run through the backyard. She'll just run through the front yard.
Her and Mackenzie were with that group that just rolled them, and I'm gonna tell on them.
Or farming a yard. Oh my gosh.
They call it trenching or farming a yard. Holy cow.
You stick forks in the ground all in their yard. You can't do it right now because the drought in the ground.
Oh yeah, that would
take a long time. Like, you'd have to bring a cooler and some lawn chairs.
You would have to go to fancy neighborhoods that have like soft grass.
Yeah.
You can't put it in my yard.
No. Your mama said, how do you tip a cow?
Oh, good grief.
She said they didn't roll nobody. They've been at church.
Look.
Somebody was out here.
We have loaded up in a minivan from church on a Wednesday night. That has happened.
You're giving them ideas.
I'm just telling them. People are still naming shows.
Lone Ranger and Fury. I don't know either one of them.
No, Zoe's not old enough. I watched Lone Ranger. This will tell you how old I am. Back when cars had rear-wheel drive, not front-wheel drive. Back your back tire. You can still get rear-wheel drive. Back your back tires into the yard about 3 to 6 feet, and you just roast your tires in their yard.
I would punch somebody in their face.
That's what she called trenching?
Uh-huh.
Oh, you're just making ruts.
I would be so mad.
Margie says she usually just watches the replay. She finally caught one of the lives. You're not missing anything. Zoe's been singing and talking about old TV shows, and she's not old enough to remember any of them. We've got kids rolling our neighbors that ran up the street in front of the house giggling. We heard them through the door. And I'm fairly certain that these girls that are on here right now watching us from church are lying, and they were with them. That's what she says they were on the stage singing, but I'm not sure. Why are you watching YouTube at church anyway?
And Nick yawned first at 8:01.
Me and Mac are watching. Y'all are supposed... Y'all are at church. Get off of YouTube.
They're probably sitting in the driveway. Waiting on us to get done.
Yeah, because they was giggling when they rolled the neighbor. How about classic movies like Old Yeller and Swiss Family? Zoe ain't seen all that.
Not. Mm-mm. I mean, I know what they are. Old Yeller was that dog that was yellow. She said we're actually sitting in y'all's driveway. I told you.
Yeah, because they ran by giggling a while ago when they rolled somebody.
Mickey Mouse show of Frankie Avalon. Oh, I did watch.
Yeah, but that was past before me.
MICKEYMOUSE.
They are at church singing and watching YouTube. No, Kim, they're not. They're not at church singing and watching YouTube. I just guarantee. Sue said, "What about Where the Red Fern Grows?" I know you haven't seen it because I was little the last time I saw it. So no, you ain't seen it.
Now, Fried Green Tomatoes. I've seen
Fried
that.
Green Tomatoes is not that old.
Yes, it is.
Not as old as what they're talking about.
Them cars like a T. What's some things called?
a T. They was driving a T. Zoe, just because they make it look old does not mean it was filmed back then.
I embarrassed myself.
with your singing or not knowing about the old cars?
Get over it now.
One Scott says she's got tears. Zoe is so weird.
Mickey Mouse.
Well, you can sing with them now. They're just watching YouTube anyway. You might as well sing with them. You can go sing with them.
While we roll.
I hope Matt don't sing like you.
They ain't invited me to come sing on the stage. Judy's eyes are peeing.
Well, you just auditioned for them. How about we send them this video and let you try out? We will send this video to the worship leader and let you try out.
Oh gosh, she ain't gonna invite me back. Lori said Fried Green Tomatoes came out in 91. I didn't realize I was older than it.
Yeah, but you just said they drove old cars. It was really old.
Yeah. Captain Kangaroo. I don't know that one either.
Nah, you wouldn't know that one. That was my time too.
I don't know what cartoons were out when I was.
That wasn't a cartoon.
Cat Dog. I didn't like it either. Hey Arnold, I liked
We don't have a worship leader, she said. Zoe can be it.
What's you on? Will you share? Oh.
What's in your diet, Dr. Pepper? John sent you some bourbon, didn't he?
No, but he needs to.
Did you put it in your diet, Dr. Pepper?
I ate a piece of chocolate.
Captain Kangaroo and Mr. Green Jeans was Christy's favorite. Zoe don't know who either one of those are.
Where did this come from?
I just took it off of here. Y'all didn't pay attention to that a while ago. I looked down.
She said, Mac, toilet paper your mom's car. Coyote.
Tied to the table where we do our live, and it looked like a white candy cane, and it was this string, and it's got a little army man on it. Rhett has been decorating the table, and he wrapped this around it and tied it, and there was just a little army man hanging here. And while you were talking a while ago or singing or something, who knows what you were doing, I unrolled it and popped the string loose because he had it tied. Yeah, I popped it loose. They probably didn't have every Saturday morning cartoons when Zoe was born. Yes, they did. Zoe just didn't care nothing about it. But they did.
I was busy being good.
Anyone watch Belle and Sebastian? I have no idea what that is.
Belle and Sebastian. Isn't Belle from Beauty?
I don't know.
No, that was Beauty and the Beast. Sebastian was from The Little Mermaid.
That's the crab.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know.
Who is Belle and Sebastian? Margie said, I usually wake my husband up laughing watching the replays, and he wants to know what's so funny. Probably nothing. It's just silly.
My friend Flicka. Wasn't Flicka a horse?
Mm-hmm.
I never saw it, but I do remember seeing the horse.
Take that out of my hand. I'm sitting here fidgeting.
A cartoon with a boy and his big Pyrenees dog. Never heard
I
of it.
did not see that. I bet no one on here remember Outer Limits. I
Mm-mm.
remember vaguely. I mean, I couldn't tell you about the show.
Beanie and Cecil.
And a little dog named Poochie.
Mm-mm. Somebody look up
I'm drawing a
90s
blank.
cartoons, because that's when I was.
We do not need people Googling 90s cartoons.
Why?
Because there wasn't any good
They
ones.
need Zoe renditions.
Please sing more theme songs.
Flipper.
Wouldn't like the Rugrats and stuff like that be in the 90s?
That's not right.
I don't know. I don't know what the theme song was.
Jungle. The lion sleeps tonight.
That's not the Rugrats.
I know.
And Ren and Stimpy, wasn't that the 90s?
I didn't watch Ren and Stimpy.
They were gross.
Yeah. But I did love the Rugrats.
Lori said, that might be Lion King. Kirsten, she didn't watch Looney Tunes. She's already said she didn't watch it because she don't know good cartoons.
In the jungle.
Yes.
The mighty jungle.
We know. But that's not the theme song to the Rugrats. You leading worship. Apparently you don't have to know the words. You just gotta make the song.
Just gotta know the tune, baby.
Hey, Andy says as long as you make a joyful noise, it ain't gotta be joyful to everybody around you.
That's right.
It's not gonna be joyful to the people around you.
I did not watch the Flintstones as cartoons. I only like the Flintstones
The Boomafoo. I don't even know what that is.
That is either.
Kimberly has Ren and Stimpy figurines in her room.
Oh, I never liked
Lori, talking about the Dukes of Hazzard. That wasn't a cartoon.
I do like Dukes of Hazzard, though.
Me too.
The dinosaurs, yes.
Roadrunner, Daffy Duck, Foghorn Leghorn. Mr. Jim, I am in agreement with you.
Live by the sea. That's all I know.
Zoe.
Johnny Bravo. Popeye the Sailor Man.
Now, we showed that. She said, I love the dinosaurs, not the mama. We showed Rhett that. We showed it to Rhett. Those were all Looney Tunes. Yep, I know. I liked them.
Not Johnny Bravo.
No.
Not Marvin the Martian.
She's talking about, I think she's talking about the ones that I read off from Mr. Jim. Those were all good cartoons that he said. Y'all, there is and I won't name it because there may be somebody from around that area. So I'm not going to say what town. But when we hunted down in South Alabama, we would turn on this certain school's football game every Friday night as we were driving down because both these guys talked like Foghorn Leghorn and they were announcing a football game. If you've never heard Foghorn Leghorn do play-by-play of a football game, you are missing out. And I can't say the name of the town because I don't want anybody to think I'm making fun of them. It was hilarious. But we would listen to that ball game every Friday night just to hear those two guys talk. Because it was like two Foghorn Leghorns talking to each other. Mac just walked in from rolling the neighbor and she was laughing.
She's red. So I never watched Popeye the cartoon. I didn't realize it was a cartoon. I only liked the movie.
But it was a cartoon. I'm trying to catch up here. Judy Cole, are you a comedian? What did she say? No, you were too busy puffing the magic. I did hear you say hey to Jack. She finally showed up. She'd probably been busy doing something. I'm fostering an injured Great Pyrenees that's restless at the moment. That's a big something to be restless unless it's a baby.
The Little Rascals. We love the Little Rascals.
Look, she's still on here. We didn't roll anyone. She's still on here.
No, she's going to roll now. Now that she's dropped the good kid off, she's going to do all the bad stuff.
Mac's not the good kid. I edit her to be a good kid. It's fancy editing. Everybody talks about how hard Mac works. That's fancy editing.
Cassie said, I've never heard it called rolling. We call it
Of
TP.
course they would call it something different. Them people in Oklahoma call everything
Of
something
course
different.
we're from Oklahoma. We call it TP.
Of course we're from Oklahoma.
Of
We
course
call it brush hogging. Cassie's going to get mad. I better leave her alone. My favorite cartoon when I was a kid was Song of the South, which actually
Of course
banned.
we're from Oklahoma. We call it an emu.
What is it?
Emu.
Oh, emu. I lost track for a minute. I'm sorry. I was like, wait a minute. It's your mom.
It's both of you.
She has been singing tunes. Bush hogging in Tennessee, Mr. Jim said.
That's right.
Well, you're not from Oklahoma either, so you don't say it right. I bet he don't use supper either.
Please make, of course, we're from Oklahoma video. Talk like that.
We should do that. Cassie, if it's not going to offend you, we will. I had to quit because I thought I was going to make her mad.
She gets your humor.
I don't know how. Well, I figured she did. I don't really see Cassie getting mad about something like that. I was joking.
Marty loves it when you turn red.
I don't know how people afford to roll people's houses. Toilet paper is expensive. You ain't lying.
Song of the South. Sweet potato pie and shut my mouth. Gone with the wind. Ain't looking back.
You almost had it.
Looking back again.
Zoe, the name of that band is Alabama, and you messing up their words.
I tried.
You even sang that part. Zoe's a little bit delirious.
You know me better than that. I don't get mad. I just get even.
I know there's no question that she wasn't going to get mad about that. I was joking. I literally started to stop at someone's house Saturday and ask if I could get the toilet paper off their trees.
She was saying toilet paper's so expensive. It's so hard, you know.
Of course I'm from Alabama. I recycle the toilet paper that was in the trees. I'm going to use that one for Wilsonville, Jack. Of course I'm from Wilsonville. I reused the toilet paper that was hanging in my neighbor's tree.
Ooh, silly string. I would not want to.
No, let's not go that far. The people that shred paper and do all that, I don't get that. Look, I can do the whole rolling and all that
Do you
stuff.
see they got the police officer's house right up here? Really, really good. She must have been asleep or at work.
Dump a banana box of packing peanuts.
Oh,
Hey, you talking about a mess.
Oh.
I'm not wanting to make a mess. And I told Wade, he didn't even know. I was like, they had one strand in a tree that's at the edge of our driveway. It was pathetic. It was one strand. And
you know what
they went out there and pulled it loose. I'm like, don't pull it loose. Just light the bottom. It will burn right out of the trees. Yep. Let it go. Alabama egg houses. Some do. I would rather they didn't.
The neighbor,
they cheesed his
what
house.
Started the whole war is kids went up and threw sliced cheese on the side of their house.
Which is also a waste, by the way.
Well, that
cheese is not cheap either.
Yeah, and it will eat the paint.
Yeah, you can't get it all.
So that's when he decided to go to war with them.
But yes, there's been egging and stuff like that, but that's really when you're getting mean about it. I'd rather not. People don't roll yards around here. You get eat up by dogs or get shot. Now there's a good chance of that here too. Vaseline the door handle so when they come home and try and unlock the door, it takes them a while.
That's funny.
So I've had that happen.
Judy said, I too would like to recycle toilet paper.
Judy, are you from Wilsonville? I haven't seen kids do any of that around here in a long time, or maybe just because my kids aren't that age. Look, I'm going to say again, I'm okay with the toilet paper, but don't throw eggs or cheese or any of that garbage on my stuff. And don't shred anything in the yard. Mm-mm. Then I'm going to vow revenge on you. Someone paintballed my house from their car.
See that right
Don't
there?
do stuff like that.
That's beyond fun. You know, that's too much.
I can deal with toilet paper because, like I said, if it's hanging up in the trees, I'm just gonna light it and let it burn itself out. I mean, I'm not even gonna pick it up. I might call Jack and let her come get it.
Yeah.
Hey, we got roads.
I think I'm gonna take Ranger to toilet paper house this week.
You should. He needs to experience it. I'm not taking Mackenzie because she runs so slow. She get us caught.
You know what you should do is you should drive him off and tell him.
She would get us caught.
No, she needs to drive him off. Right, we're going on an adventure. You're gonna put on a blindfold, and I'm gonna take you somewhere, and you're gonna roll it, and I'm not gonna tell you where you're at.
They don't call it rolling though, so he's not gonna know what she means.
Okay, well, TP. So then she's going to drive around the block a few times. She's going to pull it back in the yard, and he's going to roll his own house, and then she's going to say, ha ha, you got to clean it up.
You don't think he would recognize his own yard?
He wouldn't have a blindfold. It's part of
How are you going to throw toilet paper with your eyes covered?
Well, they make you do that to win games and prizes. Must be an American thing. Can't say I've ever
I'm
heard
tired of
anyone
dealing with
do
Zoe
things
tonight.
like that.
Oh, that is a great idea.
I know.
People are saying for her to go get more heads.
Oh, yeah.
That's what Bo gets for not watching us.
That's right.
Kim Cole said, I can't say I've ever TP'd. Must be an American thing. Can't say I have ever heard of anyone doing things like that here. It may be a felony in Tasmania for all I know. A TP is what Indians live in, Cassie. That's what Jack said. So if you TPing, I think you're going to put up a lot of tents.
Ooh. Joni said, what's a Moorhead?
A Moorhead is another farm.
Is it Moorhead
It's-
Family Farm? What is it, Cassie?
I thought it was like Moorhead Homestead.
Oh, that's it. Moorhead Homestead.
I think it's Moorhead
we
Homestead.
would use soap and write on windows of cars. Oh, so it just suds up whenever you spray it with the windshield.
Meg answered. I thought it was Moorhead Homestead. You know, that's sad when you get used to somebody and just forget what their actual channel name is.
Yes.
I'm like, because I watch it just to see the hunting bets and things like that. But they've been putting out some football stuff here lately too.
Mm-hmm. Use Post-it notes.
And cover the car. I've done that. Zoe, I don't know about you, girl. He better stop voting. Zoe is so funny. TP is easy to remove with the water hose. No, I don't want it to get wet. I'd rather just burn it away. I don't want to wash it down. You still have to pick it up. That's what I did tonight. I couldn't remember y'all's channel name. I'm not surprised that she couldn't remember it. That don't shock me at all.
Shoe polish car windows. They do that now for homecoming and stuff. They write all over their windows. And seniors.
Sarah's got a good point.
What?
We would take the slowest on purpose so we wouldn't get caught. The only thing is when Mackenzie gets caught, she's going to call us to come back.
Well, I was going to say.
Or we could just say, she wasn't with us. She was with that Kirsten girl.
Kirsten's going to win.
She wasn't
She's
with
gonna
us.
Run. You just got to be faster than the slowest person.
You have to talk to that other girl she was with.
Nick would not do her like he did me and Catherine. He came back for me and Catherine.
We call it TPing because you are toilet papering. What did you call it? Rolling, because they are in rolls? Well, I guess. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
That's just what I've always called it.
Uh-huh.
Or do you say it? No show did. I don't know.
It's
Lori.
too hard to say throwing the toilet paper in the trees. So you just
Kimberly, I'm not reading that one. I'll let Zoe read it to herself, but I'm not reading it out loud.
Who?
There's way too many ring doorbells and you're reading it out loud.
Stuck them to the home windows.
You read it out loud.
Well,
I was not
You
on
said for me to read it.
Didn't mean out loud, Zoe. We wrapped a friend's car with fishing line and soaked all the windows.
I would be so mad. Because I never have scissors anywhere I need, or a knife, or anything.
Or fingernail clippers.
Nothing.
Or nothing.
Ever when I need it.
Zoe, before these people get any more ideas about how to terrorize their neighbors, we probably need to wrap up.
I don't even know how this got started.
But we do not, Cassie, you're not going to believe it. We actually ate dinner before the live.
I made chili and cornbread.
And I said dinner. Just for Cassie, I didn't say supper.
Oh.
You didn't notice that, did you? Tell Mac to saran wrap a car. That's always funny. Well, if it's anything like when I get ready to put up food or cook or anything like that, we're going to be totally out of saran wrap.
Christy Jones Christie said to do Vaseline under the door handles of a car.
There's no way you've got enough in that to go around a car. I bet you can't cover a bowl.
There's a whole roll. Thank you.
Just open.
Judy says she's thinking about saran wrapping her son's car.
You should. Tell her Zoe said to.
You know what you should do?
No.
You do a wrap and then you sprinkle glitter. You do another wrap and you sprinkle glitter, and when it all comes, it just glitters everywhere. Like glitter. It'd be amazing. It's amazing.
All right, guys.
Just
We
tuck
gotta
me in
wrap
bed
up.
and let me go to sleep. Saran wrap under the toilet seat.
Ed said it's called The Last Supper for a reason.
Hello.
Ed has a really good point there, Cassie. It's called The Last Supper. There is a farmer wet without a shirt on.
With his mullet.
With his little bit of mullet.
I cover in his chest. Now.
Don't put him
there.
on here.
Look
YouTube
up
would dang us for nudity.
Look. Say hello.
Hello.
Crack eggs on the saran wrap and throw flour on it. It's bedtime, isn't it? Is it bedtime?
Did you just have to prop his head up?
He's looking down.
Look up here, buddy. Look up there. Mary's having knee
Granny
replacement
said,
surgery
"Hey,
next
Pumpkin."
Monday. So let's add
Oh,
her to the prayer list.
Your package went out today. Grammy says hey. Everybody says hey, Rhett.
Hey, Grammy.
Everybody else says hey, Rhett.
Hey.
All right, tell them we're going to go to bed.
Cassie said, hey, buddy
hey,
Rhett.
buddy Rhett.
Hey.
Rhett
He
too
wants to BMX
wants to
now.
be a BMXer.
He was watching their practice this time. I want to do BMX.
He has a bicycle with no brakes that he likes to ride really fast down the terraces at the farm so that he can BMX.
Yeah. She said he's showing his muscles.
Yeah.
He's showing his football muscles he's been working on.
All right. Tell everybody good night. Oh, you did a thumbs down.
Don't do
that.
thumbs down. Do thumbs up, Rhett. Do thumbs up, Rhett. Give them two of them.
Up in the camera.
Please pray for my parents.
Okay.
Their hay baler and cab
Oh,
and
no.
burned up today. We will do it because that is a costly loss.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, we'll see y'all Sunday.
We'll be back live Sunday and probably be Sunday morning on the video so we don't. Well, I don't know. We might do it Saturday night since we don't have football this week. We might do it Saturday night.
Yeah, show them your muscles.
Show me muscles.
Oh.
Bye, guys.
Bye, y'all.